Hello and welcome to episode 3 of running my small business. Today was actually the first day that I did full-time of running Hook and Flanker, and man, what a start to the small business journey this has been. So also I've got a slightly different camera angle for you today. I've also got some snazzy lettering up there, although I don't know how well you can see on camera, but I've done a pretty bodged job putting those up, so that's going to be slightly tweaked. But yeah, so the theme of today is normally what I call building the engine. So the Mondays are spent working on website, email automation. However, today's actually been more of a day of networking, really. So let me walk you through my day. So I started off the day with a phone call from a really cool influencer. I won't name names in this call because I'm very excited to work with them and I want to keep it under wraps until we do. But yeah, start talking with a presenter and we're looking at getting Hook and Flanker sponsoring some sort of by the game day videos and that kind of content, which I think would be really cool. The second call I had today too, which I've just come off as well, was with a really cool podcast that's growing. So we're actually looking at the moment to potentially become a sponsor of that podcast. So that's a huge first day to the business, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, so loads of amazing developments from day one. Now, what else have I been up to today? This is more of a yappy video too. I still haven't learned how to edit videos, so apologies for this. The cool one is I've now got myself a sewing machine. So I've gone for a Brother sewing machine. I won't put it in the video here, but it's at the corner of the angle. Unfortunately, like a muppet, I accidentally snapped the needle, so I clearly need to learn how to sew a little bit more. But my hope is that I'll be able to add some nice sort of embellishing touches to like the bottom of the fleeces and that kind of thing. I think it'd be really nice. They're not quite up to the level to do embroidery. However, I just think it'd be nice to be able to add on extra touches and sort of, do a few things more myself, which would be really exciting. I also had a play around with my t-shirt press today, which is very cool. So for those of you that don't know, we do sort of press t-shirts. Let me grab you one real quick. So this is the current one that we are pushing. I say we, it's the royal we. This is my Heritage Heavy Tee. So it comes in this black design here and it comes in the white design too. And I actually designed these myself, which I think look really, really cool. So just a subtle nod back to Rugby Heritage. And again, these t-shirts are really cool. They're organic cotton. They are PETA approved, vegan approved, all that and above. I'm currently looking to design something for the front of them because I think it's a bit blank without it. So probably something to crest there, but that will come in a few days. Let me just put this back away. But yeah, it's just been a really good sort of fun day to start experimenting with the business and sort of seeing what formats work, what's going to be occupying my time during the day. Getting the office put together as well has been a fun one. And also the key thing, which I'll be spending doing this week, I've been trying to get a lot of content filmed during the day. So I'm really bad at just remembering to film stuff. So one thing I need to get better at doing is filming little clips so that these YouTube videos can become more of a montage of what I've done in my day rather than just sort of a general talking video. Because I think as fun as these are and as easy as these are to record for me, I think it's going to be a lot better content for you guys if it's actually me sort of, almost Life of Tom style or Syndicate Project style, where he walks you through and takes the camera with him. And I do actually have a tripod coming. I bought some dodgy like AI following camera from TikTok. So I think that's turning up in about a week's time, which I'm hoping I can sort of put on the side table. It's going to follow me around the room and I'll be able to carry it around. And that'll be really cool to set up like a t-shirt press station and walk you through how I make orders and that, all that side of the business. And yeah, it's just been a really fun day to sort of start things off. It's been quite an easy start, if I'm honest. I haven't done as much as I will be doing in the business, but I think it's important to sort of take things easy. And as I say, even though this is episode 3, this is actually day 1 of running the business. And what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on spending this next week filming what I do every single day. And then starting next week, I'm going to try to sort of post a week behind, if that makes sense. So the content I filmed today will be posted next Monday and so on and so forth. And it kind of gives me like a week's buffer of stuff. Because what I also want to do this week, I don't know when I'll do it. It might be tomorrow, it might be Thursday, Friday. I'd love to start learning Premiere Pro and actually editing videos properly. And I spoke to a really cool girl called Tash earlier, and she was walking me through how she edits videos. So I'll probably be leaning very heavily on her to sort of learn the ropes and, a few YouTube tutorials. Because I've done video editing in CapCut and obviously just in the standard iPhone. And I use Photoshop quite a lot, so I'm hoping they're quite transferable. But I've never actually edited a proper YouTube video before. And also, I think part of the problem I'm having is a lot of the content I normally record is vertical. So it's for TikTok. So all the clips I filmed today are vertical, which will be cool to edit and sort of pop them in the side of the frame like this, But I think if I can start filming stuff vertically and horizontally, or at least sort of in a square format, that's going to make my life a lot easier when it comes back to actually editing a more fun video for you guys too. And also, I think this camera angle works a lot better for the video, I've got some natural light too. Again, one that I laughed about in the last video, and just with some friends now. I've got all the gear, but literally no idea. So I picked up some studio lights in a Black Friday sale last year. I've got 2 ring lights. I've got some cool accent lighting and stuff there. And to be honest, the best light I've got is actually this lovely sunset coming from outside. So some experimenting required there too. I'm also having a bit of a nightmare with my sort of wireless mic. Whenever I plug it into my iPhone, it sounds a lot worse than just the iPhone mic. So I think the way that I'm going to have to do that eventually is plug the microphone into my laptop and record the audio on my laptop separately and record the video on this camera, which I think is how the pros do it anyway. But again, never done that workflow before. It's quite new to me. And also the one that I've completely glossed over, you guys smashed my first video. I think we got like 7,000 views or 6,500 views and like 1,000 followers in like 2 videos, which is crazy. So you guys have absolutely smashed it. Thank you so much for all of you for subscribing. And yeah, it just makes me really excited about growing the business and sort of showing you guys what comes next. Because I think I'm very conscious. A lot of the content I've showed you so far is a lot of me telling you rather than showing you. And what I'd love this content to be, I'd like to start the video off saying, you know, like, good morning, maybe a few clips of me sort of taking the dog for a walk, maybe doing a bit of exercise, and then just walking you through what I do in the day. So sort of maybe some clips of me replying to emails, some clips of me making stuff, some clips of me editing content for social media, you know, all the stuff that I do in the day. I think it'd be really fun to keep that in. And the problem I have at the moment, I do a lot of everything. So lots of small 5-minute jobs here and there, and I forget to record any of it. So when it comes to putting it together for a video like this, it's very hard to do so because you kind of go, what did I do today? I did a whole lot of little things, but nothing massive to talk about. But yeah, sorry, that's a proper yap finish there. It has been such a blessed first day. And also I put up a really cool picture too of me, you know, quitting my corporate job and starting the business. And it's been so nice seeing all the nice comments from people and support from people. And, you know, I think even today, I think we started the day off with about 10 orders, which has been fantastic. So what a first day to the business. I think I've worked out that, you know, I love to talk about costs. I think for me to sort of keep the lights on and to make running hook and flanker a reality, I'm looking for sort of 3 to 5 orders a day, maybe 3 to 6 orders a day, depending. So if I can keep, you know, 10 plus orders a day here, I'm absolutely laughing. And a big thing I want to look to do is I want to have it so that all my profits after paying myself are donated to helping grassroots clubs. I think the way I'm probably going to do that is have a way that clubs can submit an entry and say, hey, we'd love to, here's our club name, here's how much we'd need for sponsorship or whatever the case may be, and put in their name in a list. And every time we hit a threshold, so maybe every time we hit £150 profit, I'll go through that list and put like a little roulette on and it'll pick a club and go, cool, you know, this club in Scotland, you've just won £150 for sponsorship. And I don't know, it's one to play around with. I think there's probably a much smarter way of doing it. So I need to speak to lots of clubs and get that working. But yeah, it's just been such a fun day. Also, we finally got a haircut too, so the mullet has made a return. And yeah, I'm slowly getting a little bit more comfortable with being on camera. I still find it quite awkward. It's hard making eye contact as well, knowing which side the camera's on. But yeah, I'm just really excited about this chapter. And again, I think right now we haven't been editing videos. It's just pure camera on and go. And I think it's better to aim for consistency over perfection. That's kind of my ethos. So eventually I want my content to be really cool, you know, edited, we've got some graphics on screen, a bit of music, some sound effects. But the problem is whenever I start going down that route and editing it, I just post no content because I'm a pretty cack editor, to be honest. So I think if I start with these videos here first, what I can start to do is put them in Premiere Pro and even small little things. Like at the moment, I'm having to do them in one take. So if I sneeze, that's the video ruined. So it'd be cool to be able to like cut out small bits and edit it together. And then even little things like start to bring in some photos of what I've done in the day, maybe some clips. I think it'd be cool to sort of show video clips up here and content and subscribe and all that stuff. And I've slightly done it before, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but baby steps first, you know. But anyway, thank you so much all for watching. And again, I really appreciate all your support in that first video. You guys blew that out of the water. So fingers crossed we can sort of keep it growing and get to that next level. And I'm going to be going back to my daily posting now too. I haven't decided if I'm going to post on weekends yet. That's one to sort of play with because part of what burned me out of my last job was I just worked 7 days a week. So I'm either going to try film my content, sort of get 7 days worth over 5 days and post on weekends, or sort of just play weekends by ear, you know. So we'll see what happens. I think especially when it comes back to when there's a lot more rugby on locally, it's going to be a lot easier to film content because I'll be going 2 matches and sort of bringing you guys with me. Anyway, that's all for today's video. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more of this, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.